Tell me a little bit about what you got going on. I mean, I know because of all this this COVID shit, you know, like we've all been stuck somehow now, like doing other things or other projects, you know, like so, you know, last thing I heard, you know, you were still doing the taco sauce, you know, not so much the Gabi Montoya project, you know, but you know, everyone is going through the same thing. You have no idea. Countless people I've like talked to, they're in the same situation, to where, like, hey, you know, we're stuck, or we're taking a break, or something because of COVID. So like that you encountered the same issue, I'm assuming.
Yeah, like we with taco sauce especially, like both my bands performed live a lot. But mainly taco sauce. Like most of what we did was just like performing live all the time. Like we had a few releases out, but yeah, once like when the pandemic hit, we were literally on tour. We were like towards the end of our tour with like three show dates to go, and that was when like California started shutting things down, and we're like, well, it looks like we have to go home. And so, you know, we were like, all right, well, we'll be home for a while and like see what happens. This can't last too long. And obviously it did. It's like almost a year later. And so, yeah, it was, I mean, we were, you know, being safe. We didn't see each other for months. I don't know, like months and months. We didn't see each other, didn't like practice together or anything. So it just really became like infeasible. Like I had stuff that I was working on that I wanted to like record and like keep doing, and they just had other stuff going on, and then it lined up with me like moving to Seattle, and then after a while it was just like, all right, we're probably not going to be able to do this together for a long time, so let's just say this is officially like on hold. And I'd been working on a lot of solo stuff anyways because I was alone. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
So I had been working on solo stuff and had stuff kind of ready to go. So it was fine, and now like I'm alone in Seattle doing stuff solo. Finally got my little studio set up, as you can tell by my like patchwork of foam. It's a very small, echoey room with hard floors and hard ceilings. So I have my foam all over around me, and I have my banjo right here. I was gifted a banjo like a year ago, and I have an EP of like banjo songs that I'm working on right now, just assorted banjo songs.
Okay.
And when I was in Tucson before I left, before Taco Sauce decided to go on hold, I was working at St. Cecilia Studios recording some singles that were going to be like taco sauce songs, but then I arranged them and recorded them myself they were songs I had written and wanted to record anyways, with or without taco sauce. So those were just, you know, 3 singles that I recorded on my own that might be part of a larger album, might just be standalone singles. But yeah, for sure this year I should have a lot to release this year. Even if it's like patchworks of different, you know, singles and EPs, and from banjo stuff to indie rock to who knows what else.
I've heard some of your your TikTok videos that I've seen that have those banjo.
For the one,
examples,
for one riff, I did a couple banjo riffs too.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. So I knew you were onto something with that, you know, with the banjo. Yeah. So I'm glad.
And it's fun because once you play guitar for a long time, your hand just automatically like goes to these things that you do over and over, and when you pick up a new instrument that you don't know, all you have is your ear, so you just have to be really attuned to what you hear yourself playing and not thinking about like these chord shapes
Yeah.
and scales and progressions that I
Right.
always play. You know, you're just geared towards like this sounds cool. I like how this sounds. I'm gonna make something out of this. So that's definitely been rewarding, a rewarding part of just picking up a new instrument that I had never considered playing before somebody gave me a banjo.
So wait. When is the EP, the banjo EP, like, or is there? I don't want to call it the banjo EP, but
The banjo EP. The banjo stuff isn't done. I finally like got some good like studio monitors so that I can properly like mix. So I have all these things backed
okay.
up that I want to mix before I release. But yeah, the banjo stuff, I would say like
Yeah.
I would give it like a month because it's pretty much just like acoustic banjo and vocal stuff. So
Mhm.
I can't imagine it'll take me more than a month. Um, so yeah, I don't really have a set date on anything. This is all just stuff that it's like when I finish it, I'm gonna release it on Bandcamp and tell everybody.
Yeah.
Which like, that's like the great thing about this is like I don't have a choice. Most for the most part, I don't have a choice but to like self-record and release music, and I can kind of just follow my whims and record and release whatever I want whenever I feel like it,
Right.
and that's great.
No, no, absolutely. No, and right, and then this day and age, you don't. One doesn't need to be so obsessed with release dates or anything. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, I mean, we're
Yeah,
limited to just this, to just like video performances, which don't always go 100%, or,
yeah. Our
or
lives are online. Everything now it's online.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. So
when it happens, you'll all see it.
right, you're right. Absolutely, yeah. Now, did you? What? Okay, going back to Taco Sauce, because I did follow that, the back to back, punk band, Tucson punk band of the year, back to back, like
Yeah.
I follow that, I'm how I am. I'm obsessed about everything, and I pay attention to everything, and I watch everything, and I listen to everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, yeah, like there are many ways to there are many ways, different ways to be number one, and you found a way to do it again and again. So and I'm sure you would have
Which
done
is
it again if it would have been for this bullshit, but
yeah.
um,
No, it's hilarious because I don't think we ever branded ourselves as a punk band. I thought maybe like a girl garage band.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it was funny. Like it's funny being branded a punk band, but then winning an award as a
yeah,
punk band. Like it's so like ironic. Like
yeah,
being
yeah.
yeah, just so that was hilarious. Like who doesn't like winning awards? But it was like wow, we won an award for being a punk band. Like no, I don't think any punk band like seeks out that kind of
Right,
like
right,
so that I mean it's funny and it's irony. It's also funny because like all of the like old establishment like white guy punks like got their feathers a little bit ruffled about it. So like I mean it was win-win all around.
yeah. No, no, absolutely. And you're right. Who doesn't like winning awards? And especially when they come with such a great surprise after such dedication. Because these songs, I must admit, they're not. We've always talked about this. Your songs aren't exactly mainstream. But somehow they still have a commercial appeal. So.
Taco Sauce did more than Juju Fontaine. Like
Sure.
you knew my
Sure.
Juju Fontaine material well from us playing together
Sure.
for like a while,
Yeah.
like a few years.
Right,
Um,
right.
but yeah, then the taco sauce stuff was just like fun. It was just fun
Yeah.
stuff that I felt doing, and I was like, I have a feeling this is going to be commercially appealing and gonna like overtake Juju Fontaine for a while, and
Yeah.
it did. And then I like got over it and moved on. But it was really fun being like we didn't go very far because we were like on tour during pandemic and
I
then
saw
just
that, yeah.
stopped.
Yeah.
But like as far as we went, like it was fun
Mhm.
being like the cool band for a while.
Yeah, no, yeah, and and I did see also, like the posts that you would make, that you would do, or the videos that outside of LA and like along the West Coast. But did you also went down out to your hometown, right? Did you perform in Las Cruces or?
We did,
Yeah.
yeah. We performed in Las Cruces and in El Paso, and it was a lot of fun. Like the Las Cruces show it was like basically a DIY all ages venue run by this 18-year-old kid, and it was so legit. Like he had, I think his parents had some money because they owned this like big like building that could also it had like a stage, and it had this like dance floor, and you could tell it could be used for like lots of different things. But he had his own like studios in there, and like ran all the sound, and had this whole like scene, which was so cool to see in Las Cruces. Because I remember like all ages shows, it was hard to find them. Like there wasn't like a mainstream kind of thing going on, but it was really cool going home and having like young people come to our shows.
Yeah.
Like a big group of like young people came to our show in Las Cruces, which I didn't expect. I was like, this one's probably gonna be the most dead, but it was like probably the most fun show at a tour. Well, yeah, it was one of the most fun. We had a lot of really fun shows that tour. Like we went to Flagstaff. I think that was probably our most fun show. Um, but yeah, we just like went all over the Southwest, and it was a great time before lockdown.
And I remember, back in my glory days, like touring was very, very different. And, I am glad that you got a chance to see at least a little bit of what touring can be, and how fun it is, and the camaraderie and the stories that you create will, probably helped you or got you inspired to write other shit, or to have another mentality towards another project, or towards yourself, or towards moving around, or now you're from Las Cruces to Tucson and now Seattle, like it's it helps. It's gonna help. I think it would help you. Just adjust to those movements. And
Yeah.
relocations. And because
And it's
this isn't forever. The pandemic isn't forever. And
I hope.
once once it's over, what are you gonna do but keep on
Yeah.
going? So
Yeah, I have unfinished business. I didn't get to finish the tour, so
yeah.
I feel like, and honestly, like that's like the last like real life storyline that like lives in my head, is like all the events of that tour. That that was the last real life thing that happened to me before time just became like one continuous blur for a year.
Fuck.
So yeah, I definitely feel like once this is over, it's like I have something that I need to like seek out again, just because like I had that experience. Like I got, like I kind of dipped my toes in to the like DIY touring experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope it'll be possible to do that. Like if live music turns to the shit, like just live music is this from now on, like doing video live streams, like I'll die. Like that would be horrible. Like I was on the stage, like when I most for probably like the last 3 years, not counting this past year, I played literally like a show a week on average.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like 52 shows a year.
Yeah.
That was like my average for like the previous 3 years, and like to just have like this stage ripped out from under me, like it has to come back or I will die.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I know this virus isn't gonna go away ever really, but I hope that things get good enough that I can at least like be on stage in front of people in real life, because video performances suck.
No, I think, and I think 95% of the people would agree with you. Like at least
Yeah.
95% of like performers. Because
Yeah.
because let's say for me, that I haven't performed or desire to perform anymore.
Yeah.
But I still want to like get. I'm still writing music. I'm still recording music. So, that music needs to go somewhere. So,
Hmm.
of course I am gonna record. I am gonna film some videos to my next projects as well. But
Sure.
it's
Yeah, and
not.
like, video's a great, its own like
Yeah.
great thing, But it's no replacement for live
Right,
shows.
right. Yeah, and it's definitely not a live performance, a live, internet performance also, or anything on social media. It's just so many things can go wrong. I mean, so many things have gone wrong. Like I think the last video, I performed for this online festival, and I mean, it took a long time for me to actually get it right. And
It's hard getting your audio right for
right,
video. I feel
right.
like I need like way more equipment. Like I route all of my sound stuff through like my interface and my speakers and my headphones, and I'm like, what? Like I need this doesn't sound good. Like how do you, it's just so confusing, and I hate it. Like I just figured out live sound. I just figured out how to tell the sound guy what I need, like what plugs in where, how it needs to be adjusted, and it's like now I have to do it over video. Like that sucks. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that. I did exactly one live stream performance and it was like I was like this. Like you're just alone in your room talking to your computer, and it sucks. I hate it.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. And it's I know it is adapting. We've all adapted to it, but no, it's definitely I've adapted to it in a very temporary and hostile way of like, no, I'm not gonna do this either because it does suck,
Yeah.
and it's extra work. And like you said, it's just sitting, in your bedroom, like playing guitar into a microphone and a tiny little camera. So no,
Yeah.
like no, I agree, and hopefully this whole pandemic and this whole idea does, go away quickly, because we need, we're starting to get, a little antsy, in all fronts, so
Don't stir crazy.
yeah.
I think I'll be just like be very disgusted and wary of being around people. Like now that I've got this like mentality of like distance, like no mouth near my mouth kind of thing. Like it'll be gross. I'll feel gross to be in a venue around people when it's like safe-ish. But like I do miss like just like getting drunk with strangers in a dirty venue and like just swaying around to like a cool band. Like that's just something that like you just can't replace that experience.
I think, I've heard this song. I think, secretly, not so secretly anymore, but, publicly now, this song, Voyager, the first time I heard it, I was like, whoa, okay, game changer, like, hey,
Different, right?
this isn't Fontaine, this isn't Montoya, or this isn't taco sauce, this is something else. This is a new Gabi, even on your vocals, like, I know them so well that the first, that just a couple of bars into it, I was like, hey, wait, there's something is happening here, like there's a change. And
Different attack, different
yes,
approach.
yes, and I was like, yes, here comes that also that change, that that breakthrough of going from local to now national, like, so I really enjoyed listening to Voyager, and
Thank you.
it's just an incredible take on what modern music should be, because some of us, including me, will mimic something that sounds modern, to be relevant, but
Yeah.
but you got it, you got it, like I was like, yeah, here it is.
Right. Well, it was a collaboration with this producer, ex Lucifer Lux, and so the music, like the actual instrumentals, like those are all his, and he just like he knew who I was and came to me and was like, "Will you do lyrics and vocals on this?" And he also gave me the like he gave me the like subject matter he wanted it to be about. So I don't like collaborate with people in that way that often. Usually I like to be I like to be in control of like the music part of things and all of that. But it was actually nice working within like a narrow set of parameters. I was like, all right, what can I do with this? Like how can I make it fit within what he wants and fit within the sound and like the genre vibe. And so it was really fun. And I've been getting a little more into like electronic like pop stuff too, and it's stuff that I play with kind of on my own. Like I released another track that was a cover of this old song that was made popular by Benny King, I Who Have Nothing. I heard it on The Sopranos and made like kind of an electronic pop cover, and I think that's something I've kind of been like fighting off for a while, is like the electronic pop thing, which like electronic pop, indie, and all of that, and like trip hop, R&B, all of that stuff like kind of melded together is like what's really like cool right now. And I think I've been like, I'm a guitar singer songwriter, that's what I do, and so I've been like letting it in. I have more time just in my studio with like my piano and with like software instruments, so I let that in and just kind of like went with the flow, and I'm really happy with like what came out of it, like on Voyager and on I Who Have Nothing. Like those are both very uncharacteristic for me, and it was very rewarding. I'm glad I did that.
No, I'm glad too, because you shouldn't, and this, like you shouldn't limit yourself as an artist. Like you're a guitar player, singer, singer, guitar player, folky, bluesy, folksy, bluesy, but you can also reach out to the extremes, and in this case, going from banjo to very pop, electropop. Yeah, it's an extreme,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm glad you don't see it that way. I'm glad you see it as a one whole, so good. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to hear that you've progressed this much, and that you're doing it. You're doing what you want.
Yeah, at my own pace, on my own terms for the most part. But yeah, and which makes it more. It's a little frustrating when people try to be like, "Oh, but you do this, so you also do this now." And I'm like, "No, I've always done everything. You just don't know me that well. Like, I contain multitudes. I can do a lot of things, and I enjoy a lot of genres.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy a very broad range of genres, and I just like if I feel it, then I'm gonna go with it, and I think that's how artists should be. It's how you gotta be.
That's how you gotta be. You're gonna get music out of anything, or you're gonna make art of anything, so it's just our mentality, but
Absolutely.
I'm glad we got a chance to talk. It was a while, it was a little while,
Yeah, it was good talking to you. Short hair, serious club.
Oh yeah, we all have, sometimes we have to be who we have to be at that moment. So
Yes, absolutely.
But again, Gabby, thank you so much for your time, for your art, your dedication, your friendship, most of all.
Thank you.
Once this shit is over, we'll definitely do something to get you back here, at least for a few shows, or we'll go up there to see you play some shows.
Oh, that would be awesome.
We'll do something.
I'm trying to get everybody to come visit me. I have a great air mattress. Come stay at my house, hang out. There's a venue at the bottom of the hill that I live on, like a block away.
Yeah.
And it's killing me. Like it's killing me. It's like a rock and roll club venue bar, and it's killing me. It's like right there. So when this is over, there's live music to be had, and everyone's invited to my house in Seattle.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, again, thank you so much, and we'll definitely have you again. Definitely have you again in a different segment. Hopefully, it's with the banjo EP or with some other genius idea of yours.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Absolutely.